Hello there and welcome. This is Ross at Retro and Game Box. I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of what you can expect to find when you buy one of our Deluxe Retro Game Boxes. So we'll go straight to it. This here is what we're looking at. Now, as you can see, it is almost identical to the original NES. Of course, it is far smaller. You can see here we've got two USB ports on the front. We've got a flap which opens up, reveals another two USB ports, your Ethernet port for connectivity, got a power button, and we've got a reset button. On the side you see the slot for your SD card. Now that's what actually contains the image for the software and all your ROMs. On the back we have a power supply in, we have the HDMI out, and we also have a connector for analog out, so you can connect it to an older style TV if you do so wish. On the bottom, a nice little feature, got a storage card, storage for your additional SD cards. We will be doing more packs with the SD cards, so that'll be a good place to keep them. When you buy this, we're currently doing it as a pack. You will receive the Deluxe Retro Box here. You'll also receive two, in fact I'll show you, two classic controllers. Now these are wired controllers. You'll see it's 6 button, so you got the 4-face button, 2 shoulder buttons, and you also have the select and start button and a digital D-pad. So you get 2 of these. You also get a HDMI lead, you get a high power supply for it, and that is pretty much everything you need to get going. So it's very easy to set up. All we need to do, plug in a HDMI, plug in the power, we'll pop that back there. Plug in the Player One controller and turn it on. You'll soon see that it boots up with our custom display. There we go. So it is pretty quick to boot up. Obviously you're not getting the full HD video output here because we are just recording it off a screen we've got in front of us here. This is all completely custom. We've overclocked the system so it runs nice and quickly. And that's it. We're in. We're ready to go. So let's see what we get on here. So it's all controlled via the gamepad. So we start here with arcade. You'll see that on this current image, this is the console classics pack which you've got here, which comes on a 32 gig SD card. It's just over 7,000 games. So the arcade one here, we've got 933 games. The Atari 2600, 453 games. The Atari 7800, 57 games. Atari Lynx, 76 games. We've got Daphne Sport on there, currently 2 games. Game & Watch style games, we've got 59 games on there. Game Gear, 269 games. Game Boy, 578 games. Game Boy Advance, 1,995 games, so pretty much all the games we've got on there. Game Boy Color, 551. The Sega Master System, so 276 games. Sega Mega Drive, 788. Now you notice that we've actually called ours a Mega Drive, we've not got it classified as a Genesis. In Europe it's a Mega Drive, so that's why I've set it as Mega Drive. We've got the Neo Geo, 140 games on there. We've got the NES, 797. And what we've also done, we've recreated the NES Classic Edition, the little consoles Nintendo brought out. So that's got 30 games which would have been on there. Neo Geo Pocket, 7 games on there. Neo Geo Pocket Color, 33 games on there. The TurboGrafx, 16. 94 games available on there. We've also got a small selection of other games which don't quite fit into everything else. So we've got Doom and Quake, that is on the port section. We've got the Sega 32X, 33 games on there, and 9 games on the Sega CD. 778 games on the SNES. Again, there was a mini version of the SNES, so we got those loaded up on there. That also includes the Star Fox 2 as well. We've got Vectrex, 28 games on there, and even the little Virtual Boy, 24 games on there. So there you go. As you can see in total, we've got 7,086 games. And what we've done, we've actually configured them so they all run wonderfully on the system. So we're going to the arcade. All the games are listed in alphabetical order. You'll see there's a nice bit of art on the side there so you can see what you're playing. Some information on the right. And if you actually just leave it for a second, you've got a nice little video preview of it as well. That's the problem when you've got so many games on this system. It's nice just to be able to flick through it and see what we've got. If there is a particular game you want, you can press the select button and you can actually jump straight to it. So we're in the arcade section. Let's get a bit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on there. That's one of our favourites growing up in the arcades. We do have a European version on there, so a 2-player cab. The American version had 4 players, and whenever you use these emulation systems typically, you didn't have a choice of characters. But European version, we've got on here and you can choose who you want. So to launch the game, press A. Takes a couple of seconds to load. And that's it. The arcade game's now going through its checks as it would on a real system. And there we go. Now obviously it's emulated an arcade machine. So what we do on here, we press select. That gives us a coin. Press start. We're into a player selection. So let's go for Raphael. And there you go. As you can see, it's running at exact same speed as an arcade system would be. Upscaled for your high definition TV. It's all good to go. And there we go. All the controllers are pre-mapped. So typically you've got A and B, so button 1 and 2. Actually, no problems at all playing it. And say you are bored of the game already, you just hold down select, press start, straight back to the menu. And you're there and you can go into another game. There we go. So again, Simpsons, very similar style game, but one which I played on quite a bit when I was younger. And that's it. And away you go. And let's have a look at what else we've got on here. So we won't go through all the systems. We'll just quickly show you. So let's have a look at 2600. Let's go to combat. There you go. Load into that. And within just a few seconds, we're playing combat. Look at that, there we go. Obviously it is a 2-player game, so we're going to need another controller plugged in, which the system does come with, but I don't have another person to play it with at the moment. So yeah, it's a little bit unfair against the little blue tank there, isn't it? As you can see, everything just simply works. We'll show you the Game & Watch ones because they're a little bit more interesting because they actually... here we go, we'll go to Donkey Kong. Load it up. And these are the LCD type games. As you see here, it's actually showing the game as it would be in real life. Flick the switch on the top. And we're now playing the LCD version of Donkey Kong. Now if you want to see it a little bit closer, press select and it will give you a zoomed in version of it as well. So we've got a good few of those on there. Something a little bit different, but it's a great addition to have on there, I think. We've got all your handhelds. They'll run exactly as they should do. Let's go on here. Let's there we go. Sonic the Hedgehog. That's it. Straight into it. But anyway, there's just too many things to show you on here. We'll go into the there we go. So the Mega Drive then. There's lots of games to look at here. And you also noticed all the different systems. We've got artwork going down the side, because obviously these games were designed for the old style CRT TVs. Some emulators will stretch it out and it looks awful. We've decided to put the artwork in, and it just keeps it looking nice. And that's it. You see it's all running nice and fast. Again, doesn't necessarily mean I can play it, but it's all running exactly as it should be. So go out of there. Neo Geo. Now these are your arcade style games. They're more famous for. There we go. That's it again, straight into it. Getting a little bit carried away there. But as you can see, it all runs exactly as it should do. And there's, unsurprisingly, it just works. As you can see, you got pretty much every game you want to play on this one. Okay. So it runs great. Turbo graphics again, just runs straight off the bat. It's a great little system. There's not many people had a chance to really play it, but it's, you know, fantastic games on it. There you go, Bomberman, straight in. $32X. It's got a good selection of games on there. He's pretty much just a beefed up Mega Drive. Not too much to go into there. Sega CD was great. We've got things like Night Trap on there with a full video, all running exactly as it should do. Here we go. So we're going to SNES. Super Mario Kart. That's it. It's great. I mean, just to show the power of this little box, we'll just jump into Quake for a second. There you go. Out running Quake, full speed. It's not sweating at all. Now, of course, this is all possible because, as I mentioned before, this is a premium case on this particular product, so it's PI free powered. It's fitted with 3 separate heat sinks. It's been overclocked, and the case does have fan cooling. Now, it's very important to have that. The PIs can simply burn out, so it's not your normal black box special emulator. This is designed to just keep running and give you many years of use. We've taken out all these settings which you can accidentally break it with. If you want that, we've got a full forum on our website you can have a look at, retrogamebox.co.uk. And yeah, we're hoping to add lots of additional products, so we're going to have the wireless controllers, different card images. And I think you'll find this is a great little system. Shows excellent value for money. And I love it. Of course I love it. But I think you will too. Just so much stuff on there. There you go. Just runs as it needs to. If you do have any questions, just drop us a line. Be more than happy to answer them. Have a look on the forum for any questions you may have. But yeah, this is the Retro Game Box. It's available now.